Hey friends, welcome back to the cabin, and today I'm going to share with you a tip to make one of your garden tasks a little bit easier, so stay tuned. So what task am I specifically talking about today? Hoeing. Now I actually enjoy hoeing in the garden. It's good for your body. It strengthens your arms, your back, and your waistline, and it's very good for your heart. But I want to be efficient in my labor as well. But this edge is still not sharp enough to be efficient. So for that task, you need a file. Now this file is just an old rusty file that stays on the garden bench for tasks just as this. But all that I do, hope I don't get down here too low. Let me see if I can, let me back up so you can see. Yeah. Is I just take the flat side of my file and I try to follow that same angle that's on this bevel. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be perfect. We're not building a house, but we're going to sharpen the edge of this hoe to make our job easier. And I do this every time before I use it, and also sometimes if I'm hoeing a lot, I'll stop in the middle and sharpen it again. And you're just gonna, just like that. Now I file like a girl, okay? But you want to just get that edge sharp. And you can see the shininess on here, and that'll even help to indicate to you if you're filing it right or getting it at the right angle. I wear gloves because I tend to hold my finger here to help stabilize the hoe, and that just helps protect my finger. Plus, overall, gloves are just better. It helps protect my hands. And I just work. I work in the same direction. I go down. I don't go down and up. I just go down. And that's it. A little bit of effort saves you a ton of work. So if you'll meet me back at the porch, I'm going to share with you a couple of other tips to make your job easier in the garden. One of my most vivid memories as a child was spending the summers with my grandparents in the Delta. And I can remember many mornings in the summer when we would be sitting on the porch and Papa would have his file and he would be filing each hoe. He would file his hoe, which was a larger hoe with a longer handle. My grandmother's hoe, she was a very petite little lady, so she had a short handle and a smaller head on her hoe. And of course, my little hoe, which was a real hoe, it was heavy, had a heavy head on it, but it was little for a child, and he would file it down for me. And it made me feel so important to know that he felt like I was important enough and strong enough to help them in the garden. So I want to share with you another tip as far as hoeing is concerned, especially for new and beginner gardeners. You may not think about this, but how you hoe makes a big difference as far as fatigue. If you tend to bend over and hump over and reach farther down the handle of your hoe, it's going to wear you out a lot sooner, and also you're going to get a pretty good backache most likely from that. And what you need to do is to stand up as straight as possible, not stiff, and not straight as a board. You're gonna have to lean into your hoe a little bit, but grab it up a little bit higher And that's going to help you not get so tired as quick. And you can also take your flat point shovel, your pointed shovel, and especially your post hole diggers and sharpen them as well, and it's going to make the task much easier and a lot less fatiguing when you have to use them. Well, I enjoyed sharing these tips with you to make your task of tending to your garden just a little bit easier. Now, I've got some corn that needs some serious hoeing, so I'm going to have to get on that, but I want to leave you with these beautiful words first. Don't ever forget that your Heavenly Father loves you. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless.